Welcome to challenge number 2 in the eDrive Innovation Challenge. Now, last time round, you saw 10 competitors with awesome ideas. They made their presentations to the judges. And the top innovator is, drum roll, James Portas with Jamstar. Congratulations, James. All the best to you and to all the other competitors as we go forward. And now today we have a focus group. And our focus group panelists are Clare Bailey, Gawayne Wright, Nile Anderson, Kathryn Archie, and Dameon Brackett. Unfortunately, one of our competitors from last time round are out of their own doing. They are the dynamic duo of Paris Lloyd and Kamari Cope. They're actually in school and they've got lots of stuff going on, but we do wish them well, and one day we hope to see their proposal in live and living color. So until then, right now, it's back to the competition.
Let's firstly talk about us, why we exist. So pretty much we're compelled to really take care of the convenience that's missing in the service sector, specifically for electric and hybrid vehicles. We focus on vehicles' reliability and cost. To date, for 2022, and these are estimated numbers, really tough to get something exact, but currently 18% of the vehicles that are operating on our roads are hybrid vehicles. 1.8% of them are electric vehicles. We have a few Teslas, Nissan Leafs,
BYDs.
yeah, but 80.2% are gas vehicles. Now, if we jump to 2025, we expect that the hybrid vehicle market will jump to about 30%, and these numbers come from the last 3 years, how progressive they've been. So this is an estimate. For electric vehicles, we project that it will go up to 10%. And to put things into perspective, 10% looks like about 50,000 electric cars in Jamaica. Still standing at 60% for gas vehicles. Let's go to 2030. This is where the world will frankly change. 60% of first world countries will be going green. They will be banning gas vehicles, sales of gas vehicles effective 2030. So you can only purchase hybrid cars for some countries and full electric vehicles for some countries. But if we look even further, let's look at the numbers. 30% hybrid and 30% electric. Majority of the market will still be gas vehicles. But if we jump to 2050, we'll see hybrid sales go down to about 10%, because of course hybrids are gas between electric. More sophisticated hybrid vehicles though, and electric vehicles jumping to 65% of the market, leaving 25% for gas vehicles. It's going to be hard to get rid of gas lovers, really.
You mentioned, you gave us quite a few stats there, and but these are global stats. Am I right?
No.
Okay.
These are not global stats.
Is it applicable to your addressable market here in the region?
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
Yes.
So you're saying then by 2030, there's going to be a ban on gasoline vehicles here in Jamaica?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the influencers, the US, Canada, the UK, these are places that we import 85% of our vehicles from. They will be banning gas vehicles come 2030. So there won't be any vehicles for us to import, really, if they are not selling gas vehicles brand new. And for the used vehicle market, by 2030, we should be able to carry vehicles in post 2025. And by 2025, hybrids and electric cars will be growing exponentially.
So we'll be seeing those 30%
Yes.
and the 10% in electric vehicles.
Absolutely, and again, it's an estimation. And these are based on projections, percentages, year over year. And of course, there's some politics in it, and commitments that countries have made. We're all trying to go green.
I'm Antoine Chung, a communication arts and technology student at University of Technology, also founder of Solar Zrid, clean and smart renewable energy. After spending a stressful day at work, I don't want to come home thinking about how much it costs to run the air conditioner, my LED TV, how many lights I can have on, or even the cost to charge my electric vehicle or where. Why would I have to be thinking about electricity costs? Well, my anxiety stems from the dramatic rise in energy prices in Jamaica, leading utility bills to soar. A variety of factors, including the invasion in Ukraine, the pandemic, and climate-related events. And this start to affect middle-income homeowners, especially low-income families in homes, putting a strain on their pockets. Additionally, out of 148 countries, Jamaica has the highest price for electricity bill at $40 per household kilowatt, in comparison to the world average, which is 20 Jamaican dollars. I plan to solve this problem, electricity bill problem, by enabling new homeowners, the opportunity to install solar roof tiles that not only shelter, but also provide energy, generate energy. This venture would make zero energy building possible, along with a battery system, inverters to complete the system, the application as well.
All right. I just want to be clear. What is it that you're offering?
I'm offering a solution to generating your own energy with the ability to also share it for possible income.
Okay, and you're saying this is advantageous to other options because?
This is an advantage?
To other options because?
It's an advantage because, interruption do applies in the energy grid, interruption. So having like an EV, for argument's sake, you don't want to be having anxiety that you cannot charge your EV if there's a power outage for a couple of days. So providing independency in having electricity.
What's the status quo? What's the problem? High fuel costs, unpredictable maintenance costs, lack of trust between fleet owners and drivers, passenger safety. To get from where we are now to where we want to be in reducing carbon emissions and so forth and so forth, and saving the planet, just buying new vehicles will not cut it. We need to convert some of these vehicles, existing vehicles. Recycling these vehicles will also help to reduce the carbon emitted or the energy needed to create new vehicles. Now, we're looking at three main subsectors in the fleet market to convert. These are the three main cost centers we're looking at for the conversions. Now, how does this work? Typical ICE vehicle. What is ICE? Internal combustion engine. It's that big thing at the front that powers your vehicle. Do you know that that thing that moves your car has millions of explosions underneath your nose, but every couple minutes you're driving it? Because of those explosions, it's emitting the gases that cause the problem that we have with the planet depleting, the planet's atmosphere depleting. What we want to do is to remove this planet-killing element out of the car. In some cases, what you may end up having when you change is this. You're looking at the motor from a Tesla in the middle, and at either end, those big black boxes are the batteries. The batteries power the motor, convert taxis, deploy them into key routes, and as John over here, she said, brethren over there, so you want to make more money, you care look better, you care keep better. You not go there, you not go to the mechanic every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. No cost conversion. We will underwrite the cost to convert every vehicle.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. A rather interesting presentation. Given that you're focusing on taxis, right? You had a picture there with 2 Pro boxes in there. What's the cost of conversion of a Pro box?
We're looking at 1.5, maximum 2 million, but we can keep it at 1.5 million.
So, electric mobility. This is really just the movement of goods and people. So, what we're trying to do is not to change what we already have, but to change it completely. So, what we're doing is we're using electricity, which is the cleanest form of energy that we can find. And it's not limited to a specific area like other forms of energy. So right here on our screen, we have what is an electric tractor, which is just like a regular tractor, except it's driven by electricity. And because of that, the entire structure of it is different, even though it looks similar. Also, we have a pole digger, we have a electric carriage here, and a wheelbarrow. The reason why we're doing this is the cost. Cost is the largest factor that we have, or challenge that we have to face. So the economic benefits that we're looking to achieve here is we're going to solve the energy problems that we have in farming, which is to use power tools. And power tools are expensive to use. So we're going to solve this problem by introducing a device where we can actually use less electricity, less power in the form of electricity to generate profits from increasing the production cycle and making it more efficient. And we're going to make farming profitable by reducing the costs associated with using power tools, as well as to attract a lot of participants, because now farming is not as labor intensive as it was before, and it's not as dirty because now you can drive on a tractor which is made here. So it will be a more attractive venture for young entrepreneurs.
All right, if I may. All right, so again, wonderful presentation. And while I'm getting a lot of how this is going to be a great product, how this will be beneficial, and I know it's in the early stages still. However, I'm not getting an image of what your product is, or what is the equity. I'm not seeing that. Again, I get that it's in the early stages, but some amount of visualization would have really helped.
Okay, all right. So it is, like I said, it's not a new device. So it exists already in the market, which is an electronic wheelbarrow or electronic wagon, which is similar to the ones that you might see in maybe movies in America where you have a red wagon being pulled by a child. Sort of like that, except it's powered by electricity. So it's not a new device, it already exists. So I can, we actually have an image of it in our presentation. So here we have the Overland. Funny enough though, the Overland, they actually is an American company. They make these devices. The start cost is $3,000 US. Yes, the American labor is expensive. And there is a wait period of 2 months if you should order, which that shows that there is a market for the product.
V2H and V2G. Equal to home, equal to grid. Now these terms might seem technical, but they're really not. Just had Ivan, or the outer bands. Thankfully we never got it. In the event that JPS power had gone, you could actually plug into your car and get energy. So we're looking at vehicle to grid. Power went. And we're like, okay, I can supply power to my neighborhood using my car. For example, my neighbor doesn't have anything, we can pump back into the grid, but we can also do net billing with JPS, because I can know all of this excess power that I have in this car, I can sell it back to JPS, reducing my bill as well. The niche we've created is for classic cars, though not limited to classic cars. We tend to focus on these things because these are things that people treasure. And it also extends the life of the car, because most times these classic cars may be manual transmission. So the way how we convert is replace the engine, putting in a motor along with other components, while keeping the transmission and the gearbox. So you could actually switch gears in an electric car, something that is actually fantastic. Now, due to the modular nature of it, it's actually very affordable.
I believe it's a really cool idea. The idea that you're targeting that niche group for classic cars, I think is actually neat and a cool idea. Persons are already sentimentally attached to it. Most persons who have these have no intentions of selling them to anybody. And I would say most persons who have these cars as well may be able to afford the cost that you're proposing for an upgrade. Right. So do you have any idea though of the potential number of cars now in Jamaica that would be within that target market for you?
Well, I don't have a specific as to how many classic cars, because then again, you also have modern classics. So in a traditional sense of the word, maybe a 1950s car, a 60s car, people tend to say a classic. But then you also have a 1990 car, or the car from the 90s. 11, which is a beautiful car. It's a classic to some, but purists are the classic. They'll be like, no, that's not classic. So, however, with that said, my business model does not need a whole lot of cars to begin with. For example, so I could do 4 or 5 per year, which is great because you need about 3 months from 0 to perfect. We're doing a nut and bolt restoration, not just putting in a motor. So you're looking on, in most cases, the cars that we are going to do, this person's want like a concourse finish then. But if somebody who has already concourse type car, and somewhere between 1 month to achieve everything, because a part of the process is to go and test it to see if it works properly. I hand it over to it. It's not just, let me drop it in. And so there are a lot of contingencies in place for that.
We are a charge solution company that offers world-class products and services. Our vision is to be the brand of choice for charge mobility for the Caribbean and globally. We're the Caribbean's first mobile e-mobility charge solution company. So one of the bragging points of our company is that we are the dealer for Renergy. Renergy is based in the United States, and we're the only dealer for the Caribbean. And Renergy deals in creating modular solar units that can be attached to a regular vehicle or an EV vehicle to provide the necessary charging capabilities for Buddhas in the case where she was left stranded. So as I mentioned before, with this partnership that we have with Renergy, we're guaranteed our success because they already have a modular structure that we can use to implement on our units, which we're going to go live with very soon. So of course, our channels of communication is through our e-commerce platform, which directly drives our customers, which are mainly car dealers, fleet managers, and EV owners. And as we already mentioned, that our key partner, Renergy, will ensure that all of this is possible, which directly drives our revenue streams through direct sales of our units or modular units to persons that would want to be a part of this.
The model that you presented, I see where you said that you were licensed by a US company with the solar panels on the roof.
Yes.
So is it that you exclusively have rights? Like what stops others from doing this, or from Goodas from putting that on her car rather than calling you?
So as I mentioned, Renergy is the only charging units that creates these modular units, and we're the only dealers within the Caribbean. So we have that exclusivity based on our contract that we sign. As you can see, our certification, we're the only ones that actually on board any form of purchasing of Renergy from this reputable source in terms of a business model. They'd have to come through us.
is Matthew, also known as Gizmo, and I'm presenting electric bicycle, motorcycles, and light electric vehicles along with the high voltage team. These are just some of the problems that we have identified: crowded bus stops, especially in my neck of the woods, and of course also the infamous gang, right? Not only causing noise issues, but also very harmful to the environment. These small engines they also pollute considerably. So along with cars, with gas cars, California is also looking at banning small engines used in, for example, lawnmowers and leaf blowers. So there are many areas where this could be a solution. Most notably, the delivery industry, very popular here in Jamaica. The Hugos, the 7 Cribs, and so on. It would be easier for these people to operate less heat. So we are basically looking to convert existing bikes as well as sell them purpose-built bikes that are lighter and therefore give them more range. So yes, it's all about supporting the 3 R's, reuse, recycle, reuse. Yeah, so reusing, importing new gas bikes, reduce emission, recycle the old frames and so on towards the whole, the green mandate that we have, and of course promote reusability across all sectors. So especially when, for example, these bike riders would make a delivery on a new electrical yang, then of course, and also traffic. So the more people we have on bikes, reduce the peak time traffic as well.
This is great. I like the model. However, may I ask, is something really explore, like in terms of the properties of the vehicles or bikes that you get out of this? What is their speed like? Is it comparable to the gas version?
Yes, so currently a lot of the solutions that I have right now are within they would top out at around 110 kilometers an hour or so. I know that people like to go a lot faster. If that's the case, I'm sure I could do something. But it's all about keeping the cost from being max. So for example, like in a chock-a-coke scenario, or I don't remember the name of it, but the Dirt Adventure Company, they usually, and EVs get a whole lot more range after that. So good opportunity there. The good thing about what we're doing is they're complex applications.
We are an electrical company that focuses on the installation of residential and commercial buildings. We also install solar, and now with the booming electrical vehicle sector in Jamaica, we want to venture into that so that we can help our Jamaican customers to benefit more from this experience. Now, our company also offers services, as we can repair and install your electric vehicle charger. Level 1, we can repair them if there's any damage to the circuit. And for the level 2, we install them in your house, office area, commercial and residential customers. Okay, now with the sector, everybody wants to erase their carbon footprint. That's all I mean. Now, yes, having an electric vehicle does help in sustaining the environment, and it starts from the home, and that's what I need people to understand. It starts from the home. Now, having an electric vehicle is quite expensive, and starting the process of getting a solar panel installation done at your house, it's quite expensive also. But we offer convenient prices to our customers. When you come to us, we will serve you and serve you to the best of our ability. Persons worried about the cost for solar system installation and the structure, they're wondering if the roof can manage the infrastructure. Difficult choosing the right system, and that's where me and my team as technical persons comes in. And so we can adjust and help you to choose the right system.
My question was, you mentioned that on your slide you had all these young people, these youth. So I'm asking if that is a core piece of your business model, and if so, could you speak more to that, like employing these vulnerable youths?
Okay, so by employing these youths, our company will be creating employment. They can use off the street, they have a skill, they can use it. And I strongly believe in that. So this is just one way in which a company can help. And I choose to source my team from a certified institution such as Archers, because they've been through the process. They're not just some electrician who learned from uncle or so. They are trained individuals who knows what they're doing, and that's the type of service that I want to offer.
Now, as you can see in that rectangular box, that right there is the problem. That is a motor, the traditional motor that is used in the current EVs. While being the person I am, I started to research about these EVs, and I realized that the main drawback with these EVs was the type of motor that were used. It's called the radial flux motor. They are based on a legacy technology that is over 50 years old. They constantly overheat. They perform at best at 80% of the total power that is given to it, and it's quite bulky and heavy. Therefore, the man drone that I always hoped for could not be a possibility because of these very drawbacks. The solution, the axial flux motor. The axial flux motor, as you see here, can be integrated within the hub of the vehicle. You can eliminate the drivetrain, you can eliminate the axle, you can go straight to the wheel. Let's look at the advantages. They are 4 more times powerful than the radial flux motor, which is a traditional motor. They don't overheat. They are 50% lighter. They are half the size. And they have a power efficiency, which means if of the 100% of power supplied to it, it utilizes over 96% of it versus the radial flux motor. I have already made contact with Integrated Magnetic, which is in the US, and I've planned on partnering with them. I reach out to them for the magnets that are used to build these motors. Now, they actually further went and tell me that they could actually manufacture these motors for me within the time period in which I'm unable to do so. We can make money by axial flux motor sales. But why limit it to just motors? We have axial flux generator, we have axial flux actuator, and the repairment of these individual products. That's how we will make money. Wherever we have a motor, industrial and residential, we can replace them with the axial flux motor.
Again, who is your target market?
Who's my target market? Yes, thank you. My target market is anyone who is in the aviation industry or in the automotive industry that are looking to go electric. So, yes.
So the companies, individuals? Like I just get up and say I want to change, I want to upgrade my electric vehicle, or is it like you'll be targeting partnerships with a company?
Yes. So both. Those who are looking to convert their EVs and also those who are actually manufacturers of these EVs like the Teslas and the Mercedes-Benz.